Hey everybody, how you doing? It's your boy Shaheener coming at you with another tier list video. And so for this one, we are doing a tier list on Generation 3. So the first games of Generation 3 were Ruby and Sapphire for the Game Boy Advance. And yeah, we are going to discuss my favorite Pokemon and least favorite, if there is any, honestly. But yeah, we're just going to go over all of them. I'll talk about how I feel about them. We're going to rank them on this list that's shown on the screen. And so I also included all the Mega Evolutions, if there's any regional variants as of right now. Generation 9, aka Scarlet and Violet, is coming out this November. So if there's any regional variants that are introduced after today, then I'm sorry, but I don't know about them. But before we get started, of course, we got to crack a cold one open for the boys. So, oh, that had a kick to it. That had a snap. So, the first line that we have is Trico line. And for me, I love Trico. I can't remember the last time that I used it in a playthrough. I think I did on Sapphire, like a few years back. But I really, really like the design of Trico. It was great to use at the beginning of the game as well. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I'm going to throw it an S. Grovyle, I feel like is like it's a good evolution. I think it's fine. I do think it suffers from that kind of like teenage kind of like mid-stage angst kind of thing, which I don't dislike it at all. I just don't like it as much as Trico, so I'm gonna put it in the A tier. Sceptile though, Sceptile's freaking awesome. I love Sceptile. I feel like it should have been a dragon. I think it gets updated with that in the Mega Evolution, but for what it's worth, design looks cool. It's great, has good moveset. Everything about it is awesome in my opinion. So I'm gonna throw that in the S. Mega Sceptile, I think, is a great addition to regular Sceptile. I think it just adds in the right ways to make it look just, I don't know, more intimidating, I guess is the word for it. But it doesn't take away from it at all. It doesn't make me think like, I don't know how I feel about it. So I'm going to throw Mega Sceptile in S. Torchic, awesome. Great Pokemon, great character in the anime. Granted, it's not the best choice to use at the beginning of the game, especially if you're going against Roxanne, but still, for what it's worth, it's awesome. So I'm going to throw Torchic into S. Combuskin is, it's Dick Chicken. I think it suffers the same fate as Grovyle. It's just a little bit awkward, so I'm going to throw it into A. Blaziken, though, is so freaking cool looking. It is, however, it's the first of the firefighting starter Pokemon because for this one, for Infernape in the next generation and Emboar after that, there's a streak of fire and fighting final stage evolutions, which was really annoying in my opinion. But Blaziken easily is the best one of the three, but also its typing was cool in the moment. Like, I love everything about Blaziken. Also in the anime, like, the battle of Blaziken against Ash's Charizard is, like, one of the best battles in the anime's history. So, I will fight you on that one. So, yeah, Blaziken is S tier. Mega Blaziken is the exact same how I feel about Mega Sceptile. Is that it adds to it, but doesn't detract at all. Doesn't make you second guess it. It's just fantastic. It looks great. I love it. S tier. Mudkip was my very first starter in Generation 3. When I got Pokemon Ruby, Mudkip was my first. And I am very happy that Mudkip was my first starter on it, and it is just so freaking good. Oh my god, I love Mudkip. The whole Mudkip line is just incredible. Nothing but good things to say about the Mudkip line. So, Mudkip is S. Marshtomp, I don't think suffers as much of like the awkward mid stage as like the others. I mean, yeah, it's different, but not by like an offensive amount, I guess. But still, I'm gonna throw Marshtomp in A. Swampert. Swampert's incredible. It's great typing, great move set. It only has one weakness, really, which, I mean, is grass. I mean, granted, the only weakness is it's a double weakness, but that's fine. It's not like you're going to pit a Swampert against a grass type, but yeah, Swampert's incredible. I love using it. I'm definitely going to be using it again when I do my next Alpha Sapphire playthrough. But yeah, Swampert is S tier. Mega Swampert, though, it reminds me of like roided up Joker from Arkham Asylum. I feel like this one's probably just like the odd one out. I think it's a little bit weird. I'm gonna throw the Mega Swampert into, I'm going to throw it into C tier. Poochyena and Mightyena. I do like them. I feel like that they are, however, like, weaker versions of Houndour and Houndoom. I don't dislike them. They're just, I think I'll put Poochyena actually into B, but I'll put Mightyena in A. I really like Mightyena. Zig Zagoon. It's cute. It's cute as hell. I gotta throw Zig Zagoon. I didn't use it, however, though, because it's a normal type, and I just don't mess with plain normal types. So, I like being abnormal. I'm gonna throw Zig Zagoon into... I'm gonna put it into A tier. Galar Zig Zagoon. I think it's cute. It looks like the whole line just reminds me of Kiss. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it as much as regular Zig Zagoon. I'm gonna throw Galar Zig Zagoon into B. Linoon, I think, is really cool looking. I like its design. I also find it interesting that in Colosseum, it's like a biped almost, where like it's standing up the whole time on its two hind legs. But yeah, I like Linoon. It's very fast too, so I'm gonna put it into A. Galar Linoon, I don't care for as much. It's all right. It just kind of seems, mid. So I'm gonna throw it into C. The Wurmple line. There's not really much to dissect over here, honestly. I feel like that this is just the generation's answer to Caterpie, just having that early bug Pokemon. But I do find it very unique on how it evolves. But it's annoying that it's just purely random and you just have no rhyme or reason for what it's going to turn to. But I do like Wurmple's design. I think it's very cute. I'm going to throw Wurmple into B. Actually, yeah, I'm going to throw it into B. Silcoon and Cascoon, they're just generic cocoons. Like, I feel like that they're very, like, they're interchangeable, that doesn't really matter what you go with. It's just going to be like, they're fine, they're whatever. I'm going to throw them into C. Beautifly, I do like it. I do like Beautifly quite a bit. I never used one. I don't know how many times I've really used bug types all that much, but I do like it. Not one of my favorites, but I do like it. I'll throw it in A. Dustox is... I don't know. It's I think it's fine, but I like Beautifly better than Dustox. But that's only by a slim margin. But regardless, I'm going to put Dustox into B. For Lotad, the Lotad line, Lotad I think is cute looking. Its type is really cool as well, Grass Water. Although with Lotad, I think I'm going to put Lotad into B. Lombre, it's okay. I don't know. I don't really have much to say about Lombre. I'm going to throw Lombre into C. Ludicolo, however, it's awesome. It's cute. It dances. It does the hand thing. Definitely like the Ludicolo for sure. But I haven't used one though. I don't know why. But I will throw Ludicolo into S. The C-Dot line. I tried using C-Dot in one of my early Ruby playthroughs when I was a kid, but I think I might have ended up switching it out. I don't dislike the C-Dot line, or I don't dislike C-Dot. It's just an acorn with feet, really. I'm going to throw C-Dot into B. Nuzleaf I do like, and also I like that it is used for the likeness of the Nuzlocke runs, or playthroughs, whatever you want to call it. Nuzleaf I'm going to throw into A. Shiftry is freaking awesome, though. I love Shiftry. I love its typing. It's great to use. I have it right now on my team in XD. Tailo and Swellow. I feel like I liked this one more just because it was part of Ash's team in the anime, and I watched that a lot when I was a kid. I feel like that when Generation 3 came out, it was more like formative years for me because I was around like 10 and Ash was 10. So I feel like that was at the point when like all this stuff kind of like made more sense, I guess. And I feel like I resonated more with Generation 3. Even though these are like the generic birds of the generation. I think Tailo I'm going to throw in A. Swellow I'm going to throw into S. I really like Swellow. So Wingull and Pelipper. I really like them. Granted, they have one glaring flaw of a weakness, which is electric. Granted, I feel like it's the same thing with Swampert. Like, you're not going to pit them against an electric type, I feel like. That'd be kind of dumb. But I like their designs. I think they're cute. I'm going to throw Wingull into B. I'm going to throw Pelipper into B as well, actually. The Ralts line. As you guys know from my XD playthrough right now, Ralt is my Ribbon Master, which I've lovingly named Hikari. I love all the designs of it. I think they're all cute. I like that Gardevoir has the Mega Evolution with the larger dress. I don't know. Everything about the Ralts line is just incredible. Even with Gallade in Generation 4, I thought that that was a good touch, too, to add a split evolution for the Ralts line. All of the Ralts line is going into S tier, for sure. No question. So, all going into S. They're great to use, too. They're really, really, really good. Oh my god, I love them. Some of my favorites, actually, in Generation 3 are the Ralts line. The Surskit line. I never used them. Yeah, I'm going to put Surskit into B. And Masquerain, I'm going to put into B as well, actually. Shroomish and Breloom. Other Pokemon that I didn't use, but I really feel like I should, honestly. I don't know why I didn't, because Breloom is really, really good from what I've heard. I mean, granted, it has a big weakness of flying, but I heard that they're really good. I think Shroomish is okay looking. I'm going to throw Shroomish into B. I'm going to throw Breloom into A. Although, I wish that it had arms. I wish it had something, because just like the little feather things, are just like, it's just weird. Maybe it's hiding them in its pockets. Maybe they're just like hiding in pockets of like a dinosaur. I don't know. But anyways, a Slakoth line. I think they're cute. They're kind of dopey looking. They are, however, plagued with a terrible ability. At least Slakoth and Slaking. They're plagued with the Truant ability, which basically it attacks every other turn. But other than that, Slaking's base stats are really, really good, like legendary status. But it's plagued by that ability, so it's practically unusable in my opinion. I mean, somebody could prove me wrong. Somebody could show me that it's better, and I know that, and I want it to be, but I wouldn't want to use it if I can't attack every turn, unless if I'm like just spamming items. But design-wise, I'm going to throw Slakoth into A. I'm going to throw Vigoroth into S. I'm going to throw Slaking into S as well. But with Vigoroth, I feel like that when I used it last, yeah, I used it in my Sapphire playthrough a long time ago. I didn't evolve it to Slaking. I kept it as Vigoroth because I knew its ability wasn't, like, it wasn't bad as Vigoroth. Nincada, I didn't really use. I heard that Ninjask was really good, though, because of its speed and its ability. It just keeps on getting faster and faster and faster. Yeah, I didn't use it. I think that they're cool looking, but I don't know, nothing gripped me to use them, I feel like. I'm going to throw Nincada into B. Ninjask, I'm going to throw into A. And Shedinja, I think it's a cool concept. It's really, really cool concept that it has its ability Wonder Guard, which means it can only be damaged by super effective attacks, but it only has 1 HP. So if it gets hit once, that's it. It's done for. I don't know. I feel like it was too much of a risk for me to use Shedinja, so I didn't bother. Also, the way that you acquire it is very interesting, too. Basically, you have to have an open slot in your team, and you evolve your Nincada like normal. So that turns into Ninjask, and then your open spot. Also, you have to have a Pokeball in your bag. Then that will turn into the Shedinja, which I thought is freaking awesome. It's a cool concept, but it seems like it's being it's a little bit of an issue right now on Pokemon Home from what I've heard. But Shedinja, I'll throw in A tier. The Wismer line, yeah. So Wismer, I think that they were Wismer was. I didn't use it. I think it was cute, but I feel like it was just weak. I'll probably throw Wismer into B tier. Loudred, I like it, but I don't like it much more than Wismer. I'm going to throw Loudred into B. But Exploud, on the other hand, I love its design. It's strong. It's just a great Pokemon. I don't recall if I used it, though, but I really, really do like Exploud. I'm going to throw that into S tier. Makuhita and Hariyama. I definitely like them. It's just also another Pokemon I didn't get to use. There's a lot of Pokemon I didn't use in Gen 3 for some reason. I think in my playthroughs I've kind of like used like first gen and second gen Pokemon. I can't remember. Yeah, I do like Makuhita. It doesn't blow me away, but I do like it. I'm going to throw into A. Hariyama did blow me away with all the whirlwinds that I used while battling against them in the Victory Road. But I do like Hariyama. I feel like it's strong. I think it's a good Pokemon, but I like it just as much as Makuhita. I'm going to throw into A. Azurill is, for me, I always wondered why they gave just a random baby evolution in Generation 3 for Marill and Azumarill. I feel like it just was almost nonsensical. I can't say that I hate it, but it's just kind of useless. I'm going to throw Azurill into C. It was unnecessary. Nosepass is really cool. I didn't use it because I don't like using single stage Pokemon. There's only been a handful of single stages I've ever used, but Nosepass was definitely not one of them. I do think it's cool looking. I liked it in the battle against Roxanne, the first gym in Ruby and Sapphire. But I'm going to throw Nosepass into... I'm going to throw it into B. Okay, so Skitty and Delcatty. Very, very cute Pokemon. I think they're adorable. I might have gotten like one Delcatty back in the day, but I never used it. I think it's just to complete the Pokedex. But it felt like it was, I don't know. I feel like I had an issue trying to find Skitty back in the day. Anyways, I'm gonna throw Skitty into B. Delcatty, I'm gonna throw in a B as well. Sable Eye though, great typing. It didn't have a, I don't think it had a weakness up until X and Y when they introduced fairy types. So I thought that was cool. I didn't use one, again, single stage, but I thought its design was awesome. I love its diamond eyes. Shout out to the Deftones. But, yeah, I love its diamond eyes. I like how, like, mysterious, like, conniving it looks, and just, it seems mischievous. I like it. I'm gonna throw Sableye into S tier. Mega Sableye, it's kind of a lame Mega Evolution. It doesn't really do much. Like, its horns get a little bit bigger, and it gets a giant jeweled hole to be shielded by, but, like, why? I'm gonna throw Mega Sableye into D tier. Mawile. I really like Mawile's design. I like that they also added Fairy type to it later on. I feel like that was a good touch. I never used it, again, single stage, but I liked Mawile quite a bit. I'm gonna throw Mawile into... I'm gonna throw it into A. Mega Mawile, though. I like Mega Mawile actually a little bit more than regular Mawile. It just... This one is just evil. Although I feel like it should have been like Steel Fighting by the way that like its outfit is. But anyways, we're gonna throw an S tier. The R online is unfuckwithable. It is awesome. I love everything about the R online. Especially Lairon and Agron. It is, oh, they're so good. The only thing is that they do have a big weakness against ground types, but that's fine. Yeah, God, they're so cool. I'm gonna throw them all into S tier, no question. Mega Agron. I forgot that there was a Mega Agron, honestly. I do like it, actually. Looking at it again, it's been a little bit since I've looked at Mega Agron. I do like it, and I completely forgot that it existed. It kind of reminds me of Mecha Godzilla, so I'm gonna throw it into S as well. Meditite, Medicham, and Mega Medicham. I didn't really use them, and I feel like that they're always difficult to battle. So I was always like if somebody was gonna have a Medicham or a Meditite, I was like, uh-oh, what do I do? Like, I stressed a little bit, not gonna lie. But, yeah, Meditite's kind of cute. It looks like it has a garlic kind of head. But, I'm gonna throw Meditite into... I'm gonna throw Meditite into, A. Medicham, I don't care for as much as Meditite, honestly. I'm gonna throw it into B, but the thick thighs, though. Mega Medicham is not much better. I'm gonna throw Mega Medicham into C. Electrike and Manectric. Electrike, I thought was kind of, it was okay looking. It wasn't like my favorite, but I didn't dislike it. I'm gonna throw Electrike into B, but Manectric and Mega Manectric though, those are easy S tier. Easy S tier. They are so cool looking. I definitely use Manectric though. I definitely used Manectric a couple times. One of the few electric types in the game, but it was really great to have on the team. Just good stats, good move pool. Everything about it was awesome. Plusle and Minun. Never used them. Single stage, they're weak, they're very dependent on each other, but design-wise and concept-wise, they're adorable as shit. I love them for that. I'm going to throw them into B tier. Both of them into B. But they're pretty much interchangeable. Although, I do like Minun more than Plusle. Volbeat and Illumise. I always find it hilarious with the Pokemon Volbeat that there's a band, Volbeat, and they didn't realize that there's a Pokemon that's named Volbeat. And I'm sure that they're aware, but I don't know if they said anything on it. I just find it funny personally. Again, never used them. Single stage Pokemon. There's a lot of single stages in this generation. I feel like a lot of them could be improved by evolutions or some kind of deviation. But Volbeat and Illumise, they kind of just fell by the wayside for me. They're just forgettable, but not hateable. So I'm going to throw them both into C tier. I feel like that they're kind of in the same fate as Plusle and Minun, that they kind of need each other. Roselia. I always felt like Roselia was hard to battle in this generation. And I feel like it seemed like it was always a good Pokemon to have, but I never used it because single stage, but it definitely got perfected with Roserade in the next generation. Also getting Badoo as a previous evolution as well, that was kind of cool that it gave it like a full line after one generation, which was awesome. Because I think after that, Roselia really got perfected. But right now, I think I could throw Roselia into A tier. It was cool. And also, its shiny is freaking awesome as well. Gulpin and Swalot. They're very, very underappreciated, in my opinion. They're very underrated. They're strong. They're not that fast. They have decent moves. And they're cute. Like, I like them. I mean, it's this generation's Grimer and Muck. But, like, for me, Swalot is so underrated, dude. Like, it's so good. I'm going to throw Gulpin. I'm going to throw them into S tier. Like, fuck it. I'm putting them in S tier. They're awesome. I love them. And there should have been a Mega Swalot. Carvanha, Sharpedo, and Mega Sharpedo. Oh my god, they were so cool. They were very intimidating, and they were annoying to fight because of their ability Rough Skin. So any physical attacks, you get hurt as well. Yeah, it was... they're great designs. I think they're really freaking awesome. Especially Sharpedo. God, I loved using Sharpedo back in the day. I'm going to throw them in S tier, both Carvanha and Sharpedo. Mega Sharpedo, it just looks like that they grew the schnoz. It looks more like me, honestly. I feel like that they could have, like, you know, toned it down on the schnoz. But that's coming from one giant schnoz to another. I'm going to throw Mega Schnoz into A. Wailmer and Wailord. I know people really only know them because of how, like, that Wailord is the biggest Pokemon. Like, naturally it's the biggest Pokemon. But, gosh darn, I love them. They are so cute. Wailord is amazing. I love to, I can't wait to do my Alpha Sapphire playthrough because I want to have a Wailord on my team. I really do. I like them. I want to see, like, if it's actually good. I don't remember if they're actually good or not, or if they're just, like, all just HP driven. But anyways, I'm going to throw Wailmer into A, Wailord into S. No question, Wailord's S tier. Numel, Camerupt, and Mega Camerupt. I think Numel's cute. I didn't use one, even though I feel like I should. I'm going to throw Numel into B. I think it's cute, but it doesn't grab my attention as much as Camerupt does. Camerupt is freaking awesome looking. I love its design. Granted, typing is cool in my opinion. I like the Fire Ground, but... yeah, it just don't use it against a water type, please. Yeah, I'm gonna throw Camerupt into S. Mega Camerupt, I don't like it as much as regular Camerupt. I'll throw Mega Camerupt into B tier. Torkoal they were very annoying in Pokepark on the Wii. They constantly just attack you and are trying to, like, carry things around. But I like Torkoal. I think I'll have to put Torkoal into... I think I'm going to put Torkoal into B tier. Spoink and Grumpig, also very underrated Pokemon. They're also just pure Psychic types. Grumpig should have gotten a Mega or something extra. But I do like them. I think that they should have been given more attention to. I'm going to put Spoink into... B tier. I'm going to put Grumpig into A tier. They're not, like, the best Pokemon in the world, but, like, I feel like they should have gotten more attention. Spinda. This was the very first shiny Pokemon I ever found that wasn't the Red Gyarados. The very first shiny Pokemon, I found it in Ruby, and, unfortunately, I hit it with a critical hit, so I didn't get it. Which, it would have been cool, because with Spinda, the spots on it are randomly generated. There's billions of Spinda combinations that exist out there. And that would have been so unique to have, but unfortunately I botched it. Yeah, it's just a single stage normal type. I think it's cute, but I'm gonna throw Spinda into B tier. Trapinch to Vibrava. To me, it makes no sense. I don't know how they go from little sand crab mite to that bug, like a locust. I don't know how they thought that was a natural transition. It isn't. To me, at least. I mean, please tell me in the comments, like, how they got there. I mean, I didn't really research into it. But I do like Trapinch. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm going to throw Trapinch into B. I feel like a lot of the first stages are going to B tier. But Vibrava, I don't like as much as Trapinch. I'm going to throw Vibrava into C tier. But Flygon, though? Flygon's easy S tier, like, no question. Dragon Ground, like, how the hell do you get from little ground type termite to a dragon? I don't know, but I'm happy that it exists. I'm happy that it's there. It's awesome. Stats are good. Moves are good. it should have gotten a Mega, and I think that's something that Bono and I will probably yell about when we get to that episode of Babblers. But my god, Flygon is one of the best Pokemon in this generation. Cacnea and Cacturn. I thought they were cool. Didn't use them, but I liked them. I feel like I'm saying that a lot in this episode. I feel like this is the same as a Generation 1 video where it's like, I don't know, I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot with this generation. So, Cacnea, I'm going to throw into B tier. Cacturn, I'm going to throw into A tier. The Swablu line. Swablu, Altaria, and Mega Altaria, which I also forgot had a Mega Evolution. It's been a hot minute since I played anything ORAS related, so I didn't use Swablu. I don't know. I thought it was cute, but I feel like I don't know. In my head as a kid, I thought it wasn't going to be all that good. Just because it was all like puffy and clouded, probably be like probably easily knocked out. That was my guess. I'm going to throw Swablu into B. Altaria, I'm going to throw into A. But that's really not by much. I like Altaria, but it's not one of my favorites. Mega Altaria, I'm going to throw into B. I just don't really have an opinion on it, but it's purely neutral for me. Zangoose. Design-wise, when I was a kid, this was the shit. I thought Zangoose was the coolest looking motherfucker around. Because it just, I don't know. I was very much into like the dark and edgy characters when I was a kid. Like Raphael from the Ninja Turtles or Shadow the Hedgehog. Just like the emo hair, like dark, you know what I mean? But Zangoose definitely filled that criteria for me, and I loved using Zangoose. In my head, I felt like I liked using Zangoose because of that, but I don't know. Maybe I should use it again and see if it was actually good. But you know what? For nostalgia's sake, I'm going to throw Zangoose into S tier. Seviper, I thought was cool, although I feel like it should have been a split evolution for Ekans. Like, it should have been a split from Arbok. I feel like that would have been a little more natural. Regardless, I do like Seviper. I'm going to throw it into A tier. Lunatone and Solrock. I think with this generation, they had a lot of these, like, codependent Pokemon. I think is trying to advertise the whole, like, tag team, like, the double battles that they introduced. And this is definitely a byproduct of that, in my opinion. I do like the battle against these with Tate and Liza in the 7th gym. I didn't use them. Again, single stage. I'm going to throw them into, for both Lunatone and Solrock, I'm going to throw them into B. Barboach and Whiscash. They're the same typing as Swampert, so that's cool. I never used them, although I've heard that Whiscash was pretty decent. I don't know, Barboach just looked weak to me. I'm going to throw Barboach into C. I'm going to throw Whiscash into B, actually. They weren't my favorites, personally. Corphish and Groudon, though. Those were great. I think maybe because of Corphish of the anime, I liked it a little more. But Groudon was freaking awesome. I really liked using Groudon. Yeah, I'm going to throw Corphish into A. Groudon, I'm going to throw into A as well. Yeah, those were great. I really liked those ones. Baltoy and Claydol. I know a lot of my friends don't like these. I like them. I like them better than Bronzor and Bronzong. I feel like that they're kind of in the same, like Guardians of the Big Legendary of this game. I feel like that they're kind of like that they play that role almost. So I'm going to throw Baltoy into B. B for Baltoy. I'm going to throw Claydol into A. Yeah, I like Claydol quite a bit, actually. I like that ground psychic typing, too. That's really cool. The fossils. Lileep, Cradily, Anorith, and Armaldo. I didn't really use any of them, but I do like the evolution forms. I think that the first stages they're okay, but they're not anything to write home about. I'm going to throw Lileep and Anorith into B. I'm going to throw Cradily into A and Armaldo into S. Armaldo was freaking awesome looking. I liked Armaldo quite a bit. Bug Rock is also a good type as well. So, yeah, props. Feebas and Milotic. I always had this dream of getting a Feebas, like catching a Feebas and getting a Milotic on my team, but I just didn't want to go through it. Although recently I did, because of my ribbon challenge. I wanted to have a good team for the battle tower. So I finally caught a Feebas on my own. That video should be coming out at some point. I thought it was cool on how you get them, but also like a mother and a half to get them too. But then really in the end, like after they became more available in future games, you realize that Feebas is just a Magikarp clone, and it's just like a bad Magikarp clone at that. I'm gonna throw Feebas into C. But I'm going to throw Milotic into S. That's definitely one of the coolest Pokemon of this generation, in my opinion. Like, it's just awesome. Great great Pokemon. Cast Form and all of its other variations, because those are affected by weather conditions. So if you have it use like Sunny Day or Rain Dance and stuff like that, then it'll change its form. And Cast Form has little nuts right over here, you know? Like, you gotta let your nuts hang. And Cast Form definitely does that. Other than that, I don't see a purpose for Cast Form. It's just purely a gimmick to show off weather. I'm going to throw Cast Form and all of its counterparts into C. It just did nothing for me, personally. Kecleon. I liked it. Its ability was kind of cool. Especially, like, you had to think about it a little bit more when you're battling against one. Because when you attack it with a certain typing, then it'll change its type to that type that you hit it with. So, like, if you hit it with a flying type move, it'll turn to flying. So you got to think of, like, okay, if you hit it with one move, what's going to be the next move that you use that's going to be super effective? So I thought that was kind of like a layer of battling against Kecleon, which is really cool. It's admirable, in my opinion. So I'm going to throw that into A tier. Shuppet, Banette, and Mega Banette, which I feel like that the Shuppet line never got its dues, it never got its due diligence. I feel like that they should have given more attention to Shuppet. I thought that like Shuppet and Banette were really cool, and I'm happy that it got a Mega Evolution, but it seemed like it got snubbed in Sword and Shield. Hopefully it'll come back in Scarlet and Violet. But Shuppet, I'm gonna throw into A. Banette, I'm gonna throw it into S. Then Mega Banette, I'm gonna throw into A. Next up, Duskol and Dusclops. I mean, granted, I do like Duskol and Dusclops more than Shuppet and Banette. It's only by a little bit, but they definitely had more going for them. Like, the whole skull thing on Duskol was freaking awesome. I think also when this game came out, I was kind of in a phase where I was like obsessed with like the Grim Reaper, like Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, so maybe that adds to it. Also, having Dusknoir as well was cool as a future evolution. Yeah, we're gonna throw Duskol and Dusclops into S. Tropius. I thought design was so cool as a kid. I thought it was awesome. I tried using it, but then I realized that it just wasn't as good as I hoped it would be. Also, it has that glaring weakness against my favorite typing, Ice, so it's just less reason for me to use it. I'm going to throw Tropius into A tier. Purely for design, I'm going to put it into A tier. We need more dinosaurs like that, for sure. Chimecho. This was one of the hardest Pokemon to come across in Ruby and Sapphire, if I remember correctly, because there's only like a 1% chance in a certain area of Mount Pyre. I like Chimecho. I don't know, the payoff wasn't worth it. And it was weird that they added the Chingling pre-evolution in Generation 4. It's kind of weird. I'm going to throw Chimecho into C tier. Absol and Mega Absol. I should have used it, but it was a single stage, so I probably didn't for that reason. Although I really, really like Absol's design. It was a good Pokemon too, from what I've heard. Everybody says it was great to use, but I never used it. I feel like I should have, though. But design-wise, I'm going to throw Absol into A. Mega Absol, I'm going to throw it into... I'm going to throw it in the C tier, honestly. I don't care for it at all. Just gets the emo swoop and some wings, whatever. Why not? I feel like that's the answer for why get a pre-evolution to Wobbuffet. Why not? And that's definitely what they did. I think that was probably the board meeting for it. It's like, okay, we need to give a pre-evolution to one of our Generation 2 Pokemon. Who's it going to be? Wobbuffet. Okay, but why? Why not? Is that the name? Yes. That's pretty much how it went, I guess. We're going to throw Why Not into... I'm going to throw it into B. It's cute. It's cute. That's pretty much what it has going for it. But, Snorunt, Glalie, and Mega Glalie. I liked Snorunt. I think it was just so late in the game that I never used one because I didn't want to have to grind for it. And I like it. I feel like that not as many people praise it as much as it should. Same with Glalie. I feel like that a lot of people just trash on Glalie, but Glalie is incredible. I loved using Glalie, and it reminds me of that one enemy in Mario 64. I'll post it on the screen over here, but it reminds me of that one. One of like the ice bullies. But I'm going to throw Snorunt into A tier. Glalie is going to S tier. Mega Glalie just looks like a meatball, like a frozen meatball. I'm going to throw Mega Glalie into B tier. It's fine. It's whatever. Spheal, Celio, and Walrein. So underrated. Ice Water, and they're just... Their Celia or Spheal is just cute. Look how cute it is. Oh my god, I loved it. I'm gonna throw Spheal into S. Celio, I feel like was like a just a whatever Pokemon. I'm gonna throw Celio into B. Walrein is going S. Easy S. Yeah, no question about that one. Clamperl, Huntail, and Gorbis. Probably some of the most forgotten Pokemon in this generation. I don't think I knew anybody that's ever used them. And also, getting Gorbis and Huntail were... I feel like that they were kind of... it wasn't difficult to get them. It was the same method as like getting Scizor or Slowking. Just trade it with the item. And you only get one or the other of the items. You don't get both when you play through Ruby and Sapphire, remember correctly. But I like them. There wasn't anything wrong about them. It's just people didn't use them. I think they're just more exciting water-type Pokemon. Clamperl, I'm going to throw into B. Huntail, I'm going to throw into A. And Gorbis, I'm going to throw into B. Relicanth. To me, the only reason why I had one is to acquire the Regis, because you needed a Relicanth and a Wailord in your team to unlock the areas where you acquire the Regis. But I do like Relicanth's design and its story and all that. It just reminds me of like the prehistoric Coelacanth. I'm going to throw Relicanth in the A tier. Although it does have a glaring weakness to Grass because it's a water rock type. Luvdisc is probably the most forgettable Pokemon in this generation. To me, bar none. I feel like that its stats were weak. I was only used to farm heart scales. It was just kind of stupid, in my opinion. I'm going to throw it into D tier. Bagon, Shelgon, Salamence, and Mega Salamence. I really liked Bagon. I used Salamence a couple times, but it was very difficult to get that. But I was happy with them, like, using it. It's just Dragon types are just difficult to raise. But there's a good payoff for them, too. So, Bagon, I'm going to throw Bagon in the S. Shelgon, I'm going to throw it into A tier. But then Salamence is easy S, like, no question, easy S. Mega Salamence, it just has a croissant for wings. It doesn't, I don't know, I feel like that they could have done better by Salamence. So I'm going to throw Mega Salamence into B tier. The Beldum line, though, so awesome. Every single one of them is just awesome. Like, it's hard to even describe, like, what they are. It's just, like metal aliens. Like, metal aliens. So I'm going to throw them all into S. That's easy, no question, all S. Metang, Metagross. Mega Metagross is awesome. Their shinies are incredible. And you also get a shiny Beldum at the end of ORAS as well, which was just sick. It was so cool. Now we're getting into all the legendary Pokemon. We're going to go over the Regis. Regirock, Regice, Registeel. Or at least these are the first three Regis, because there's more in the future with Regigigas, Regieleki, Regidrago. I like all of these, although I definitely have a personal favorite. It's more of a bias because of the typing. They're all going to go into S tier, in my opinion, but my favorite of the three is Regice. Ice type is my favorite. I will live and die by that. And I do feel like Regirock was the strongest of the three, but Regice was my favorite to use. If I used legendaries. Latias and Latios with their Mega Evolutions. I loved these. I loved Latias and Latios. I personally liked Latios more. I think that's because I had Ruby, and so that was the one that you get. Yeah, they were a good demonstration of the dual dynamic of Pokemon in this game, where it's like Plusle or Volbeat and Illumise. I think that this was the best example of just tag team Pokemon. And so those are easily going S tier. The Megas, though, are so just uninspired, in my opinion. I feel like there's nothing going on with Mega Latias and Mega Latios. Like, I can't even tell them apart. It's, like, impossible for me to tell them apart. Maybe I'll have to look at them a little bit further, but it's just like, I don't think, if you were to just show them to me, I don't think I could tell them apart. And I feel like this was just wasted potential. The definition of wasted potential. I'm going to throw them into D tier. Like, it's just wasted potential. There's just nothing going on with them. Although, yeah, because they look the exact same. Anyways, Kyogre and Groudon. These are the box legendaries, or the box Pokemon in this game. The ones that are shown on the box art. So, Kyogre, I love them. I love everything about them. I love their origin forms. Groudon is my personal favorite, probably because I had Ruby, but also I just like that it's just like that dinosaur. I always thought that it could be a Fire Steel type when I saw it. But nope, it was just pure ground for whatever reason, even though a lot of its moves are fire types, and its ability makes you go into like a sunny day, like the harsh sunlight. Those are all easy S tier, like no doubt, no question. Rayquaza, one of the best Pokemon ever designed, ever, in my opinion, like ever. And it seems like that there's a big fan base for it too. I'm sure they have the same kind of mindset that I do on it. Everything about it is just incredible. Its shiny is one of the best shinies that they ever released. Yeah, there's nothing negative I could possibly say about Rayquaza or Mega Rayquaza for that matter. And I think Mega Rayquaza is probably my favorite Mega if I had to pick one. I know it's a cop out answer, but that's just my opinion. Like if I had to pick one, like at least out of all of them, like legendaries and non-legendaries included, Rayquaza is the number one. Jirachi, I have so much nostalgia for Jirachi because of Coliseum when I was a kid. So when I was a kid, like when these games were out and Coliseum was about to come out, they had a pre-order bonus if you pre-ordered at GameStop that you get a bonus disc that would allow you to get a Jirachi into your game of Ruby and Sapphire. And I begged and pleaded my parents for that pre-order, for them to pre-order that game for me, and they did. Like on my birthday, I opened it up and it was there, and I was like, I was above the moon on it. I'd love to get another copy of that disc because I don't have any of my GameCube stuff anymore. I was kind of a spoiled brat, honestly. But yeah, Jirachi, like even the movie with it, the Wishmaker, just great film. Everything about Jirachi is incredible. I can't say anything negative on Jirachi. Can't even talk today. S tier. Deoxys. This was a Pokemon that you couldn't officially get in the game until ORAS, basically, unless you had the mystery gift from like going to like a Toys R Us. I believe you had to like get an item traded to you via mystery gift. But Deoxys was one of the coolest Pokemon, one of the coolest concepts ever for a Pokemon, in my opinion. I'm sure we'll talk about it when we get to the ORAS episode of Babblers, but the Delta episode, oh my god, so cool. And I like all of its forms. Each form has a specific boost. So it has the attack form, the defense form, and the speed form. And the speed form was added in Emerald. It wasn't originally in Ruby and Sapphire, which I thought was cool that it would add another form. But it almost seemed like an afterthought. Yeah, everything about Deoxys is just so cool. Like one of my favorites for sure. So we're going to throw all those in S. All right, so there we have it. That is all of Generation 3. So I'm just going to scroll down over here. We're just going to do a slow scroll. Just look at everything over here. Just show my S tiers, my A tiers, the B tiers, the C, and the D tiers. So yeah, that's basically it right there. So if you like what you saw, go ahead and subscribe. Leave a comment as well of what you thought. Yeah, also I've been streaming normally on Twitch. I'm in the middle of a ribbon challenge right now. And I'm, like I said before, I'm using Ralts as my ribbon master. So right now we're just trying to beat the XD Gale of Darkness game. So yeah, if you want to check that out, links down below as well for my Twitch. But anyways, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one.